Hello.
There. Hello.
There you are.
Here we are. Right
Here I am. Who am I? Hey guys, my name, as you all know, is Marie Soltis.
Nope. We put that backwards. Yeah.
See, this is why we should always do a rehearsal. I screwed that up. My name is Henry Ski.
Mm-hmm.
This is Taylor Marie Soltis.
Yes.
Marie Soltis. Yes.
Hello.
Yes, our names tend to vary depending on the time of the day, which is why it's a good idea to talk about variable rate campaigns.
Yes.
I've heard of worse segues.
That wasn't bad. I didn't mind that.
We did not discuss this at all.
Not.
Hope everybody's doing well. We're really excited to bring you a webinar on this Thursday afternoon to discuss one of the more tricky topics, I would say. Yeah, most other webinars, Marie and I know 100% about everything. We're experts. This one we had to dig in a little bit because variable rates can be a challenge. They're not for everybody, but the potential is there. Our top campaign for the last 3 months has been a variable rate campaign. We're bringing on more variable rate campaigns. So we decided, why not educate you, our wonderful publishers, about variable rate campaigns.
You got it.
All right, should we get going?
If everyone can hear us. Just
We should have done a sound check. I hope everyone can hear me while I scratch my nose. Guys, if you can hear us, don't worry, you won't have to see us for much longer. If you can hear us, just maybe shoot us a message in the chat and we will continue onward. I'm not seeing anything, which I'm going to assume means yes. Thank you very much, Christine. Okay, off we go.
Okay, there we go.
Marie.
Hello.
Help me understand variable rate campaigns. What is on the agenda today?
Yes, I'm going to try. So absolutely, we get asked often, so variable rate campaign, what does that mean? I have no idea kind of how to target. I have no idea what the payouts are going to be. So that's why we're here with a webinar today. So yeah, our agenda, variable rate campaigns defined. What are variable rate campaigns? What to expect. We're going to have some tips along there with the campaigns and how to run the campaigns. And then, yeah, a chance for you guys to ask your questions. So any questions you have, feel free to type them in the chat box over there. We'll try and get to all of them. And then, yeah, our bonus special offer at the end.
A bonus special offer, you say?
Exactly.
Wow, that makes me want to stick around for another 15 or 20 minutes or so.
Perfect.
Okay.
That's us.
Hey, there we are.
Well,
I feel like we should have this at the beginning.
Well, this says our roles. Why are we doing this? Why did they pick us?
Good thinking. That's a good reason why. Yeah. As you can see, I like to V, fast, A, strong, and B, smart.
Yes.
I'm like a third of one of those things. I really need to get a new shirt. Let's get into it. Marie, what does variable rate mean?
Yeah, so great question. So with the variable rate offer, I don't want to make it sound obvious, but it means that the rate will vary depending on multiple different variables, actually. So for example, the duration, the region, what key press they press, there's all these different variables that depend on what you're going to get paid and when you're going to get paid for that call.
Yeah, we get asked this question a lot, like we'll get into that a little bit later on, but like what is the minimum payout and the duration? The best way to think of variable rates is don't think of them as regular campaigns. They're a totally different kettle of fish. They're a different breadbasket. They're a different kind of redheaded stepchild. Help me, Marie. I'm drowning in metaphors. You can't think of it like a regular campaign. So I've had publishers say like, okay, yeah, that makes sense, but what's the actual duration? We're gonna get into that. There is no set duration. Oh, spoiler, shoot. Okay, yeah, let's keep going.
Next. Okay, yeah. So what's the difference between variable and fixed rate, Henry?
Okay, so fixed rate is what the majority of Ring Partners offers are comprised of or set up that way. Fixed rate basically means you will get paid this rate every time the campaign goes over a 90-second duration and the caller presses 1 and it's within hours and within geos. That's a fixed rate, which means that you're going to get paid the same amount as long as it meets the threshold.
Yep.
Variable rate means you might get paid up to $21. You've probably seen that rate a couple of times, guys. You'll see the up to. And the reason that we don't put a range or a minimum is that we don't actually know. So the difference being that variable rates, we have so many different rates in there and it's really hinges on the quality of the call that we don't know what you're going to get paid from call to call. That's why it's a variable rate.
Yep, absolutely. Okay, so yeah, here are actually some examples where we have, for example, All for One Health Insurance is both a variable rate campaign and a fixed rate campaign. Same with Protected Plumbing and General Auto Insurance. So if variable rate sounds like it is not the style for you, definitely apply and run our fixed rate campaigns, or apply to both, run both, see which one performs better for you. But here's the example that Henry was mentioning. So All for One Health Insurance variable, yep, up to $22.50. Fixed rate, however, is $14. So with the variable rate campaign, yep, you could get paid $3, you could get paid $22.50, whereas that fixed rate offer, you are always going to be getting paid $14 if you meet the other criteria mentioned there.
Yeah, when you're deciding which offer to run, guys, really, I would recommend running both. And eventually what you're going to find out is you're going to gravitate towards one or the other, and rate may not always be the major factor. So Protected Plumbing, for example, the fixed rate is 9, the variable is up to 21. You may get sort of an average rate after, let's say, 100 calls of $8, but the variable rate may convert that much better that your EPC shoots up. So it's don't kind of get too attached to the rate alone. Consider the other variables, consider conversion rate and EPC. Just like the fixed, we can actually sort of increase, a little bit on variable rates. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. But basically what I'm saying is there is potential to grow there. Just make sure that you put in the work. Make sure you give us some sample sizes to kind of work out which one works better for you. I wouldn't just look at variable and saying, oh, but it says I might get, I might get paid 35 cents for a call. I'm not going to run that. Yeah, you might get 35 cents for that call, but compared to the fixed rate where you might not have gotten anything because it doesn't convert as well, and you might get more over time, it really is sort of a feeling out process.
Absolutely. Run both, see how it goes, see which one performs better for you. Give both a shot. Absolutely.
So yeah, one of the questions we just got is, can the variable rate be less than the fixed rate, for example, with plumbing? Yep, absolutely. Really, it hinges a lot on quality. So the variable rates, we've got it set up where the buyer pays us based on the quality of the call, based on location, based on a couple of other factors. So that might end up being less for you. We're going to go into that a little bit later on about which offer you really should run, but that is definitely possible. The overall average rate could be below fixed. That is possible.
But again, it could convert better.
Could convert better. Could convert better. All right.
And more examples.
So I've been telling, I was going to say I've been telling Marie, but I haven't been telling Marie. I was going to say, so I have been telling, Marie, many of my publishers and partners about general landscaping and yard maintenance. This is one of the new variable rates. Guys, if you haven't applied to this one, I think you're crazy. Out of all the offers we have coming on in Q2, that's April, May, and June, this one is the biggest potential to be in the top 5. So you have the spring season coming on, although I'm going to Toronto tomorrow where it's supposed to be snowing and -6. But in theory, spring's coming. And that means a lot of people working on their gardens, backyards, lawns, trying to get it ready for summer, pools and things like that. Marie's absolutely right. So look into Google Trends and look exactly when people start looking for lawn mowing services, yard maintenance, grass cutting or gardening stuff or fertilizer, whatever, anything to do with soil, grass, dirt, earth that people can stand on and have a good time, have a barbecue on. It starts shooting up in early April. Yeah. I really want you guys to get on board with this one. I can't recommend it enough. It's dead easy to get approved. Make sure you ask me. I want to get you on board with that one.
Absolutely. And then, yeah, we also have assisted living and elderly care services up to $5. And then Find a Lawyer Now, general legal. This has been one of our top campaigns for months now. Yeah,
Find a Lawyer general legal variable rate. We had sort of not necessarily a hard time, but it wasn't as easy a sell as it is now when we first started it. We were telling our partners, look, there's so many different legal categories that when people call in about a bankruptcy offer, but they're actually wanting to talk to somebody about a divorce, it wouldn't convert at all. But with this offer, it's basically a catch-all. Any kind of legal call, they can call this number. In our top campaign now for, I think, 3.5 months, guys, in revenue, in payout, and in conversion rate. So that's the kind of power a variable rate campaign has. I would say that it sort of has more potential to be lower in terms of success, but also higher in success. The range is way bigger on a variable rate campaign. Yeah, Find a Lawyer general legal variable rate. You ask anyone who's running it, they love it. It's just crazy.
Perfect.
All right. Hey, Marie.
Hey, Henry.
What's the call duration on a variable rate campaign?
This is one of our most frequently asked questions because, yeah, on that campaign summary, you'll see, the target regions, you'll see what the payout could potentially be, but you will see nothing for call duration. It will be blank. And that is because, lo and behold, it is another variable for when you get paid. So some buyers may, for example, pay a lower amount on a raw call. Some buyers in that mix might want to pay on 30 seconds, 60 seconds, 90 seconds, you name it. These buyers are going to pay on different durations. So unfortunately, there isn't really an answer to what's the call duration.
You might get paid on 30 seconds. You might not get paid on a minute and a half.
Yep.
I would say the best thing to do is do some research and ask your manager, i.e. Marie or myself,
Yep.
some data on the campaigns. So what I do when a publisher asks me, well, what's kind of the average call duration? We can go on our end and look at, basically we can get a really good idea as to what duration people need to hit to mostly get a paid call. And by that, I mean, we'll notice trends where like, okay, well, some paid calls are around 25 to 30 seconds, but it looks like a majority of them are 60 seconds plus.
Yeah.
So you can kind of get a good idea as to roughly what it is. I would say though, that don't think too hard about this one. Like you rarely will see like a call last 7 minutes and not get paid. It's usually the duration, I bet if you look at the average, it's probably around 90 seconds.
Yeah.
Like the same as most of our other offers. So it's not like we're gonna be like, make them run the variable rate and we won't pay them for 6 minutes. Like that just doesn't really happen all that much. You just might not get paid for the odd 2-minute call and you might get paid for the odd 30-second call.
Yeah,
I would
absolutely.
say. Yeah. All right.
And same with this, what
Yeah.
will I get paid for a qualified call? So it's the exact same where, yep, absolutely, it's going to be a frequently asked question. You want to know what you're going to get paid. Absolutely makes sense. But unfortunately, it's another variable. And I hate to say that with what this webinar is called, but it is what it is. So yeah, what will I get paid for a qualified call? It completely depends, because was that a qualified call because it was a raw call, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, it was in a certain area, they pressed a certain key press. All of those factor into what you're actually going to get paid.
And again, ask us, because what we can do is figure out what the average paid call has been worth to publishers across thousands and thousands of calls. So you'll get a pretty good idea what you're going to get. It doesn't mean that you're going to get paid for that every call, and a lot of publishers have a larger variance than others on the variable rate, but we'll give you a rough idea as to what kind of calls are valuable, or at least what you can kind of expect to do, which I know is really important for our search publishers. And one of my guys said to me, Henry, I can't start this offer if I don't know the absolute minimum I'm going to be paid. And that's fair enough. Like I understand that you guys live and die on click costs and things like that. You may want to wait for the offer to get more traction so that once we get 1,000 calls on there, maybe 500, we can go to you and say, okay, now that we've actually got some sample size on this, I can tell you that the average paid call has been worth $5, $7, $11 to pubs. And that can kind of give you a better strategy and see if you actually want to run the offer or not.
Exactly. Hey, Henry.
Yes, Marie.
Why should I run a variable rate campaign?
You should run a variable rate campaign because you are a smart publisher and you listen to your partner success managers. You should run the variable rate campaign, guys, if you have confidence that your quality of calls are going to be high. That's generally where we see the most success. So if you have very, very, very targeted traffic, if you think your users really are urgent and really want to talk to somebody, then I would suggest running the variable rate campaign because you're going to get payouts way higher than you could find on the fixed rate offer.
Right.
I would also run the variable rate campaign if I'm just starting out a fixed rate version and I want to see which offer runs best.
Yes.
I would say that would be a reason why you want to run variable rate campaigns. Again, if you're new or you're unsure, or hey, maybe you're an organic person or an SEO person rather, and you don't really care about click costs because your traffic is free and you've had a site up that's being ranked for like 6 months, why not try a variable rate campaign? Like the potential is there. You're not going to lose out on money. So I would give that a go. Yeah, I mean, that to me, like it's a no-brainer. And we're trying to give you guys more choice simply because we have gotten the feedback that you guys like choosing between a fixed rate or a variable rate or a raw call campaign. So for those reasons and more, run the variable rate campaign.
Hey again, Henry.
Oh, hi there, Marie.
Why do variable rate campaigns exist?
Variable rate campaigns exist because we like giving our publishers choice, but also because we have buyers who will pay on different terms. And by that, I mean we have a large amount of buyers of calls. Sometimes they don't really know what the call is going to be worth either. So they have to kind of come to us and be like, we want to pay you. We're not sure what, or maybe we don't trust the quality of the calls yet because we're new to this, or maybe they just want to test it out. Like it's just like us. Like it's a very fluid industry, right?
Yes,
like
absolutely.
everything's changing all the time. So if we go to them and be like, look, our quality rocks. Like we really think it's really good. And they'll say, well, we budgeted for, $10 ago. We really can't do that. Let's do a variable rate and see if somebody pushes, the combo of 2, 3, then we can pay you $25, something like that.
Yeah.
So variable rate exists because uncertainty exists. There's a lot of moving pieces involved with pay-per-call and with online marketing. So variable rate kind of allows us to extract our full potential of calls.
Absolutely.
Hey, Marie.
Oh, hi there.
Hey, can I reuse creatives from a remix?
We'll try that again.
Hey, Marie.
Hi, Henry.
Can I reuse creatives from a fixed rate campaign?
Yes, absolutely.
What?
So say you've been approved to Protected Plumbing, the fixed rate offer, and then you also want to run the variable rate campaign. Awesome. You've already been approved with the fixed rate campaign with that creative. Feel free to apply to the variable rate one, submit the same creative, and then you're good to go. You got approved the first time with the fixed rate. You'll most likely, for whatever reason, if there's huge differences, maybe not, but I highly doubt it, you will get approved to the variable rate campaign as well, which is why we so highly encourage just run both campaigns and see what performs better for you.
Yeah, you might as well run both. You really have nothing to lose. You're not going to be denied on one and approved on the other with those kinds of creatives. Just a quick reminder to submit your creatives. You want to apply to the campaign in Invoca, and then submit your creatives back in the Ring Partner dashboard. So that's outside Invoca. And if you're confused, I don't blame you. It's a tricky system, but once you get used to it, it's dead easy.
Yeah.
And if you get lost, we are your guides. We're your creative gurus. We can help you through it.
Absolutely.
We are your spirit animals.
No.
No, we're not. Oh,
That's
I'm being told we're not. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, variable rate campaign tips. So conversion rates, average call duration, and try a little bit of everything. So that's kind of what we've been talking about.
Yeah, I would say overall conversion rates tend to be a little higher just because you're really kind of giving the buyer more opportunity to sort of qualify the call, if you will. Again, it's not for everybody. You may run it and be like, Henry, my calls are not very good. How dare you? Okay, that's fine, sir. Calm down. You can run the fixed rate offer, no problem. But again, I really, really would try and run both. I can give you as much info as possible, especially on, things like legal, towing, variable rates converting really well right now, locksmithy. So if you're ever concerned about the average payout or the average call duration, just give us a ring-a-ding-ding and we will find that out for you.
Absolutely. Yeah, and then just try a little bit of everything. Absolutely. So maybe home services isn't for you. Maybe it's medical services. Maybe it's legal. Maybe it's
auto insurance.
Sure, anything. Just give it a shot. See how it goes.
Quick tip. This is the most popular time for auto insurance because kids are getting out of school and motorcycles are coming back on the road. Apparently, you're not supposed to drive motorcycles in the winter. I mean, you do, but more people don't because it's wet and rainy. So auto insurance variable rate, another good variable rate campaign to test.
Amazing.
Yes, I am amazing.
So that's our slides.
All right. Well, we had a couple of good questions in there. Oh, we got another question here. What determines a conversion? I had an 18-minute duration call on satellite yesterday that didn't pay out. Boo, that sucks. If you didn't have a call, or if you had a call that didn't convert, it could have been a repeat caller, it could have been out of hours or geos, and you think, well, then why would they spend 18 minutes talking to them? That's a very good question. Once in a blue moon, Invoca, should have paid you out and didn't. So the best thing to do is to email that to either myself or Marie. And since I'm gone for the next 5 days, I would recommend just emailing that over to Marie at ringpartner.com. Just send us over the call record ID and we can check that out.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Any other questions? Feel free to shoot them on over right now because we are about to wrap up with.
Oh, I was expecting a drum roll.
Oh.
There you go. No, yours is better.
Oh,
Okay.
and my drum roll was late. Okay. Bonus offer.
Yes.
Wow, Marie.
Yes.
You're saying I can get $100 for Bing ads?
Absolutely. If you're a new Bing user.
Ah,
Absolutely.
that's great because I don't know what Bing is. No, I'm just kidding. I know what Bing is.
Like Henry,
The boss
no.
comes in. You're fired. Yeah, guys, this is an amazing offer. This is basically playing with house money. So if you're a new user to Bing, if you sign up and use that URL, and you can find that URL in the email that you got confirming sign up to this webinar,
Yes.
they're going to give you $100 to play around with their ad platform. And that's amazing. You can use that $100 to test out calls, test out your landing page, demographics, whatever. If I'm at a casino and a blackjack table says, would you like free $100 to play at this table? I'm going to say, yes, please. Where have you been all my life? There's no reason not to do it, guys. Even if you don't use Bing or don't believe in Bing, well, I don't know if you believe in Bing, it's there. It's not like it's a religious figure or whatever. It's there. It doesn't have as much volume as Google. That's true. But it is gaining momentum, and there are ads on there, and it's way cheaper. So I would think it's worth to test out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, try it. I would if you were. Wait, I would if I were you. There we go.
There we go. There
All right,
it is.
almost got it. All right. And guys, that is the end of our presentation,
Yeah.
our webinar. Look at that, 20 minutes, bang on.
Boom.
All right. Well, thank you all very much for attending. This video will be made available on our YouTube channel.
Yes.
Hopefully we can edit out a lot of my bad jokes, although I don't know if we have the... I don't know. There's only so much Taryn can do. Yeah. Marie, did you have any final thoughts about variable rate offers?
No, that was it. Absolutely.
Right.
Feel free to reach out to us with any questions. We know it can be a little bit ambiguous, but that's the whole point. It's a variable rate offer. Try it, see how it goes. And if you have any other questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us.
Awesome. Thanks again very much to everyone joining and to Marie, and we'll talk to you all very soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.